Hey guys, what's going on? I thought I'd get on here and explain in my first video what I'm doing on YouTube. I'm Amy, and I am going to start a YouTube channel called Transplants. I'm doing that in the hopes that my friend down the road, who is also in gardening, I want to do it primarily about gardening and just stuff that I'm doing. I hope she joins me. She's volunteered to film me. She's interested. She has some hesitations, and I understand that. But we'll see where this goes. I don't know how often I'll upload. I don't know how often I'll even film, because you start your day and you've got all these things in front of you want to get done. And it's hard to set up, think about setting up a camera and taking the time to talk to it and everything. I don't know. I may fall in love with doing this. I have no idea. We're going to see where this goes. Now, the backstory. Transplants, I'm going to use that in the plural term because I'm hoping my friend joins me. She's also a transplant. I moved to North Carolina, I'm out here on the east coast of North Carolina from Kansas. The Kansas-Oklahoma border. So Kansas, Oklahoma, that's home. I don't want to say where she moved from. I don't want to say too much because privacy is one of her hesitations. She doesn't know how open she can be, and I can respect that. I do have concerns with that too. However, she is also a transplant to this eastern North Carolina. She lives right up the road. You may be able to see some smoke behind me. No, the house is not on fire. There is always a fire here. We burn. I live here with a dirty hippie, and he has a tree service. So there's constant burning of trees, basically. I tell people, or I used to tell people, that I live with a dirty hippie, a lumberjack, and 2 dogs. And that was true, and still is true, up until recently. I've got 5 chickens. I'm the crazy chicken lady. Yeah, I plan on doing a whole, I built a chicken coop. Yeah, they love it. They do. So we'll go ahead and do another video on the chickens and the chicken coop. The hippie's a hoarder, and he salvages a lot of things. So everything here is very repurposed stuff, or what I had on hand that I've made everything out of. Whereas my friend's gardens is looks clean, organized, planned down to the minute details, and more modern, because her buildings are actually buildings she ordered a high tower, and men came and built a high tower. That shit does not happen here. I look around and see what I have, see what I want, see if I can make that work. That's how it happens here. No, I won't be putting on makeup. I won't be looking pretty. I'm not a gardening expert. I actually do upholstery. We have 2 houses here right next door to each other. One I call the home house because obviously we live in it. And then we have a 4-bedroom double wide trailer next door. And I've left the master bedroom set up, the master bathroom set up. People can stay there. I left the kitchen like it's a fully functioning kitchen. Who knows? Maybe we do a cooking video in there. I have no idea. But my upholstery shop is set up in the what would be a living room, dining room area if you live like a normal person here. But it's really nice because I can do my upholstery work here, any sewing projects, scrapbooking, anything, stained glass panels I make. Like, I can make a total mess and just walk out the door and leave it that way until the next day, come back to it and continue work. Whereas if I had to set that up like at the house, I had no room for an upholstery shop. I didn't do upholstery for a couple of years because of that. And then there for a while I worked for other upholstery shops. But with this, I can make a huge total mess, which means you probably won't see it a whole lot, because it usually is a mess with projects going on. And I can leave it. I don't have to clean it up and clear the table for dinner or nothing. There's nothing like that going on. Again, I am not a gardening expert, but it's become quite a hobby. And I'm seeding everything now because I have a greenhouse. It's a small little hoop greenhouse. We'll probably do a whole video on that. And then I transplant everything to the garden. So if my friend doesn't join me in this, still plural transplants, because everything around me is transplants. And a lot of times, some of the bushes, the plants, the trees, are people have paid the hippie to remove them from their land. They're doing something different. And we will literally transplant it somewhere here. Now, we also have 20 acres across the street, 35 acres next door, that we've recently purchased, and I'm hoping a lot of his tree service operations would go across the street. And that would, now that I've got 5 chickens, I tell everybody I'm like a goat away from homesteading. If I could get him to move the tree operation away from here, dude, we're totally doing this. So, we'll see. You never know. God laughs when I make plans. And speaking of, some of the things we won't be discussing on this channel, like ever, I'm keeping it old school. We don't talk about religion, politics, or money. Not going to do it. Unless it's about saving money, because I'm a total cheap ass, and I'll tell you how to save money, or how I saved money. But anyways, coming out here and trying to garden is way different than back home. I've had to learn a lot. There's been a lot of learning curves. There's been a lot of dead plants. I'll let you know that right now. And I'm not the only one. Like, last year I was at Lowe's buying plants, and this woman was complaining. She moved down here from Michigan, and all of a sudden she can't grow anything. Well, it's so different down here. The weather's so different. The soil is really different. The soil, we make our own soil. We've been doing that for a couple of years now, so this is a really good year for my soil. We've composted wood chips, and they're about 4 years old now. It's really good dirt. So I'm very happy about that. I think that might be kind of also what's inspiring me to do a YouTube. Now, if you want expert stuff, you need to go to Roots and Refuge. Jessica knows everything about all the plants and how to do them all. She also moved from Arkansas to South Carolina. I need to quit saying if I'm going to film videos. I do know that. I'm absolutely socking you right now, and that sucks. I'm sorry. There I go again. This is going to be the good, the bad, and the ugly, and it's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of reward in it. If you find inspiration from it, great. If you're just watching to keep up with what I'm doing, if you know me personally, hi, how you been? Let's see. If you learned something, well, by gosh, you had a good day. So don't take my what I'm telling you as gospel, because I am not an expert at this, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing and seeing how it turns out. So let's see, if you want to subscribe, that might be helpful. It might turn this into something that grows and takes off. I'm not sure. If you like it, hit that like button. And I have no idea how often I will film. I don't know how often I will upload. I already know I'm not going to be all up in the comment section, but if you do have a comment, leave it. Maybe eventually I'll read it. Anybody that knows me understands that I cannot stand sitting at the computer or being on my phone reading crap for very long. So it's going to be a good day when I film something and actually go through and edit all the fuck ups in it and get it uploaded. That'll be a miracle in itself. So as far as how interactive this channel is going to be, I don't think it's going to be that interactive. I'm just going to film myself doing what I do. I probably won't film upholstery because that's work, and that doesn't seem like something. I might, who knows. I have no idea what all I will film, but we will see. So thanks for joining me.